Alright, what's going on, my people? It's your boy Z Gaming. I'm back for another video on the Walking Dead Road to Survival. Guys, this is part 1 of the more in-depth Armory guide I'm gonna give you. Like I said, I don't know what, for some reason the other video I uploaded, I forgot to put it on public for the whole people to see it, so I uploaded that. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to check it out, feel free. It's already uploaded. It's a breakdown of the faction level up in the 5-star blue Clementine. But to get to the Armory guide now this I'm gonna go very in depth, and the reason I'm gonna break it into two colors is I'm gonna do melee and then I'm gonna do ranged. I'm gonna break it into two parts because I tried to do it all in one, and the video ended up being almost 30 minutes long. So I figure if I break it into two halves, it'll be about maybe anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes a piece. So that's more reasonable because nobody wants to watch a 30-minute video. So to get started now. There's specific weapons I'm going to give you, and then there's specific stats that you want to build. So to start off with the yellow weapons, you always want critical success unless it's a zombie weapon. You don't want to go for critical success on a zombie weapon because when you do, there is no critical success that I know of that gives you the bonus 35% crit or 30 crit. That's only a crit. That's only a regular success. So take the Ezekiel's cane, for example. What you want to do is you want to go for Slayer 3 and then just add duct tape and not the polishing kit. Because you want just a bonus crit when your HP is above 60%. You don't want the bleeding damage or anything like that. Now, if you do go for Slayer level 3 on a green weapon, you can get stunned when attacking for 2 turns. But like I said, specifically for zombie weapons, only go for regular success. Do not go for critical, because then you will get something you won't need for zombies, like bleeding when attacking or something like that. So for the zombie weapons, I would recommend for greens is Ezekiel's cane, and then I would recommend Lucille, but I would recommend Lucille more often because you can farm and get that weapon. Ezekiel's cane is a premier weapon. You have to pull for it from the 4-star weapon token pulls. So the Lucille's, you can farm them, get 4 or 5 of them. Try to get 5, and then you should be good. So yeah. So for the green weapons, the way you want to build the Lucille up is you want to go for 30 crit, which is default. The 20% defense, you don't really need defense or HP when doing zombies. What I would recommend is go for a huge bonus when attacking or a very large bonus. Get that first. Hopefully you get the huge bonus because that's even better, but then go for the Slayer level 3 regular success on this Lucille, and then you'll get the bonus 30 crit when your HP is more than 60% or 70%, which is what you want. You don't want critical success on this weapon for zombies. This is only zombie weapons. I'm going to do the zombie weapons, then I'm going to do the raiding and defense weapon builds that you want. So Slayer level 3, regular success for the yellow weapons and the greens. So that's the way you want to build it. Like I said, for green weapons, the Ezekiel's cane or the Lucille's. Recommended the Lucille's for sure because you want those more often because they give you that 30 crit default. And then, like I said, you can go for 35 crit, or a very large or huge bonus when attacking, and then you get bonus crit for Slayer level 3, so that's a good overall zombie weapon. For a raiding weapon for green, now what I would recommend you go with this, I would recommend either Michonne's Violent Katana or a Violent Reinforced Katana, and what you want to go for is Raider level 3. You can get AP down when taking damage. For a green, that can be very good for a shield. An ore, for example, would be very nice build for a lead. Give him a ore with 30% HP, 30% defense, and Raider level 3, and that's AP down. So when you take damage, you have a chance to take away 30% of their AP. That's a very good build. A lot of people go for Defender, but really, in my opinion, Raider level 3, if you can get that AP down, that's a lot better. Because Defender level 3 for greens, the best possible ones you can get are reflect 80% damage when taking damage, and a 35% defense debuff when taking damage. So that's good as well, but like I said, when you're building a team, you got to build around the leader first of the team, and then you got to build around the individual character stats. That's what you want to build for. For the Lee, what I would recommend, like I said, for a green shield for 5-star green Lee or 5-star green Jesus, I would recommend the ore build with 30% HP, 30% defense, and then Raider level 3. If you can't manage to get AP down, you can go for Defender and get that 35% defense buff. It's really just depending. What I would recommend is the AP down on your shield, because that's very good, because that can shut the enemy down, especially if all 5 of them hit him and get the minus AP, which when he's shielding, they have to attack him. So that's very good. And then another green, put Defender level 3 on it and get a 35% defense buff. Follow it up with a area attack, and you should do pretty well for defense as well. So that's the good zombie. That's the zombie weapon build for the green. and the defender build. So the only defense weapon I would really recommend is either a Michonne's Katana or a ore, but I would recommend the ores even more. But the only bad thing about the ores, guys, is you have to get them from the depot, the supply depot. You can't get them from farming, and you can't get them from any 4-star weapon pools, anything like that. Unfortunately, they have to pop up in the supply depot, and I haven't seen any in mine for a long time. So if you don't have that, you can use some of the premier weapons, like maybe Morgan's Superior Bloody Shovel, like you see there. Go for 30% HP, 30% defense. Not too bad overall. So what I would, like I said, what I would recommend defense wise, the ore with 30% HP, 30% defense, and Raider level 3 for a shield. And just a regular character, I would recommend a defense debuff. So if you have like 5-star green revive Herschel, definitely put that on him. Or if you have really any kind of good characters that you want to keep alive, put a stat on them that will basically make the enemy not want to attack them, which is a good build. For Slayer, like I said, now if you want a good raiding weapon, which you can use, like I said, the Violent Reinforced Katana or Michonne's Katana, you want one character to have Slayer level 3, which will give you that stun for 2 turns when attacking. You want that on at least one character in your party. Usually the one with the highest attack is what I would recommend. Put Slayer level 3 on that and you should do very well. And then if you really want, put supporter on a heavy hitter like a 5-star green Negan or a 5-star... Or, yeah, 5-star green Negan, 5-star green Javier, if you did manage to get them characters. Supporter level 3, what you can get on it, the critical success. And like I said, guys, I said this already, zombie weapons, you do not want critical success. Regular success is what you want on all your zombie weapons, regardless of color, anything like that. So, just to cover that, supporter level 3, I would put that on your heavy hitter. And what I would recommend a build for that is just a violent katana, leave the 2 default stats, and go for supporter level 3, and then go for 40% attack. And if you get supporter level 3, the good trait to get that you want is when killing an enemy, you have a chance to revive a teammate with 40% HP and 100% defense for 1 turn. That can be pretty crucial for your shields, your other revives or heavy hitters that you have, etc., because you can bring them back, and you don't have to have a revive necessarily anymore. So that was a good thing the Armory added in. Now to get to the yellow weapons. The yellow weapons are actually a little bit more in depth. Now there is one exception I would recommend, and that is this cultist knife. You get the cultist knife from completing the campaign or the global stages. And what I would recommend you do is turn that into a zombie weapon. The reason I say that is because you already have a very large bonus to AP when attacking. All you would have to do, and I messed up on it because I forgot. I didn't know at the time when I did this that critical success does not give you the critical buff you want all the time. Sometimes it'll give you bonus attack. And for a zombie weapon, you don't really need attack, you need critical, because you want the critical hits more than you want the attack buff. So, the build that I would recommend, like I said, go for a very large bonus to AP when attacking, go for 30 crit in the second slot, and go for Slayer level 3. And the third slot, just get regular success, and you have a very good zombie build weapon there. Another good one is the cookery. If you have that, you can farm that weapon for sure. Let me find it right quick. Here it is. You can farm this weapon. Leave it like it is. 30% crit, a huge bonus or a very large bonus to AP when attacking, and then go for Slayer level 3, and then just add on a 35% crit, and you should have a good zombie weapon. Or if you don't have the cookery and you have the St. John's carving knife, you can use that, but unfortunately it only has a 20 crit, but it does have 30% defense. I would really recommend the cookeries overall for the yellows for sure, because they give you the good critical, and that's what you want. As far as a rating build, what I would recommend, depending on the character. Now, for 5-star yellow Jesus, your heavy hitters, I would recommend a tactical knife, and for your more support characters, I would recommend a ice climbing pick. Take example 5-star yellow Jesus. What I would recommend you do is get a tactical knife and go for Raider level 3 on that tactical knife, and get that 8% AP bonus to all teammates at the beginning of a wave. And what that'll do is you can 1-turn ARs with that. If you have a command, you can 1-turn ARs with the right leader and weapon. Example would be 5-star green Negan, the limited edition one. And then if you put 5-star yellow Jesus, you can attack with him, and then 1-turn his AR, and boom, you can go off, kill all the Andreas. That's how people take out Andrea teams so easy these days. Another very good one, if you can have a couple characters with just Raider level 3 that get bonus attack, and you can also have the Raider level 3 get the bonus AP. But really, I would recommend only 1 or 2 characters with the bonus AP, because then you would be able to 1-turn ARs pretty easy. and then you would be good overall. So do that, and you should be all right. But really, only one weapon should be enough. So one character with bonus AP, and you should be all right. So, and then if you're building the only role, I mean, you can use the ice axe for a raiding weapon, but really, I would recommend the tactical knife more, unless it's a support character like 5-star yellow Morgan. Then I would go for 30% HP, 30% defense, and defender level 3, and try to get absolute 0. That is the best build for a defensive weapon. 30% HP or 35% HP, 30% defense or 35% defense, and then defender level 3 absolute 0, which basically has a chance to negate the enemy's attack to nothing. So they get no AP buff or anything when they attack that character. It's the same thing as absolute 0 on Conrad's gun. Very good for the 5-star yellow shield Michonne. You can definitely do very good with that. That is what I would recommend you build on that, because the red and the blue are the only weapons, unfortunately, that cause impair or stun when taking damage. So but the greens and the yellows, guys, I believe that. So just to give you a quick rundown again, for the green rating weapons, I would recommend the reinforced katana or Michonne's katana. Get a couple, get 1 or 2 raider level 3s, or maybe even just one, and put that on your shield. Yes, get 1 raider level 3 on an ore and put that on your shield. Green Lee would be a prime example. You could get another character, say you revive like 5-star green Herschel, or a character that you don't want the enemy to attack. You could put defender level 3 on that and get a 35% defense debuff when taking damage. Slayer level 3, you could have that on a character as well, just to stun them. It could be good on like 5-star green revive Glenn or anybody like that. You could put it on a Negan if you wanted to, because Slayer level 3, you get that chance at stun for 2 turns when attacking, which is very good. And then you would definitely want one character, probably your heaviest hitter, with supporter level 3. When killing an enemy, you have a chance to revive a teammate with 40% HP and 100% defense for 1 turn. So overall, you got to build your team based around the leader skill and then the character stats. But a couple of those mixed in there, one with a defense debuff, one with an AP down, and one with a supporter level 3, and you should have a very solid team. And if you want, you could have a Slayer level 3 on a rating team. But really, Slayer, I would recommend, or defense team, excuse me, for Slayer. But really, I would recommend Slayer 3 for rating more than anything. As far as rating goes, like I said, if you get you could have Raider level 3 on a rating team as well and take AP down. That could be a good thing to put on your shield. So you could force the enemy to have to attack them and take away their AP every time. You could do that as well for rating. So Slayer level 3 would be very good for a green, because you can stun them. And then supporter level 3 would be good to have on a raid team as well. So one of each of those, and you should be pretty solid. And then your other character you could have is like a shield maybe, or just another heavy hitter to follow up off of that defense debuff from the defender level 3, whichever character you put that on. But overall, like I said, for raiding weapons for green, Violent Katana and Michonne's Katana. The zombie weapon, I would recommend the Lucille or the Ezekiel's Precise Cane if you got it. But really, Lucille's, you can farm those, so that should be easy. For yellow zombie weapons, I would recommend the Cookeries all the way. If you don't have that, and a St. John carving knife could work, but that's more for a defensive build weapon. For a yellow raiding weapon, either the Violent Tactical Knife or the Ice Axe, and you got to build those stats. You want at least one of each of what I mentioned. So you want at least one character with Raider level 3 and then one with absolute 0, and then you should do really good wonders with that. That should help a lot. But overall, like I said, rating wise, I would recommend the tactical knife and maybe the ice axe, and then defense for rating, the tactical knife and the ice axe, depending on the character, depending if they're a support character or not, because you want the heavy hitters like 5-star yellow Jesus with the tactical knife, and then somebody like 5-star yellow Morgan or shield Michonne you want with a support weapon like an ice axe. So that could be good. You can also get that reflect, but that defender level 3, that's not as good in my opinion. You want the absolute 0. That's the absolute best stats you can get. Definitely a good build with that. Like I said, you want at least one of each for the green for sure. You want one with Raider level 3 success or critical success, one with defender level 3 critical success. Maybe one, depending on it. Now, on a defense team, I wouldn't recommend Slayer as much. You can try it out just to see. You may get lucky, depending. But I believe Slayer level 3 would be more for rating. Supporter level 3 all the way for sure on defense. If you have one of each of those, and then 2 other characters with maybe just a regular Raider or a support character, you could do very well with that team on a defensive build. Same thing with yellows. Have at least one with Raider level 3, maybe one or two with absolute 0, and you should do very well depending on the team that you have. And I believe this is a very good in-depth guide to give you guys even more in-depth. I hope this helps a lot. Like I said, the next video I'm going to do is the red and blue weapons. Like I said, quick rundown again. The Lucille for zombies, the Kukri for zombies for green and yellow, the green rating weapon, Michonne's katana or violent katana, the violent reinforced katana, excuse me. For yellow rating, the tactical knife or the ice axe, depending if it's a support character or not. And then for defense for yellows, the ice axe all the way for sure. Or the St. John's carving knife. You can use that for defense as well. But yeah, guys, that's really it for the first part of this Armory guide. Just to give you another tip right quick, there is specific scavenger missions you can do that give you coins, and this is specifically one of them. But you don't I wouldn't recommend you do this one. I would do the one from this list with the lowest amount of time. And I'm going to show you a screenshot of that right quick because I do have a list. These scavenger missions give you a chance at 50 coins every time you complete them. But you do have to do a specific build. So let me show you that right quick. This right here. These specific scavenger missions give you a chance at 50 coins. Rope a dope, olive branch, raising the barn, the wheeling, safe room, heavy metal, the dam, reload, hunting season, ear to the ground, moths to flame, and what's your handle. But you have to have a specific build with these, and this is the build I would recommend if you have these characters. The characters I'm running is 4-star yellow Joey, 5-star green Morgan, 4-star blue Andrea, 4-star red Connor. You don't need 4-star green Heath, but I put him in there because I didn't have a guaranteed success without him. The recommended build to get the 50 coin challenge bonus is a fast character, an alert, a citizen of any color, a rebel of any color, and a command. And you can stack these up. So for example, I have Joey. He's a fast, he's a citizen, and he's a command. So that covers 3 in 1. But this is the team build I needed to get a guaranteed success. And just to show you it does work, that is what I got. I got the 50 coin bonus off the ear to the ground. I believe it was only 8 hours long, which, for 50 coins, hey, why not? What else are you going to use the scavenger missions for? You can really get it overnight while you're sleeping if you wanted to. So, I mean, it's not going to give it to you every time, but I have done this twice and I gotten 100 coins out of it. So it is a good extra way to get some extra coins if you're a free-to-pay player. Like I said, recommended build again is a fast, which is a yellow, an alert, which is a red, a citizen, any color, a rebel, any color, and a command. So that should do you well. And like I said, you can stack them, but make sure it's a guaranteed success. I would recommend guaranteed because you don't want to fail it. I don't know for sure if using like supplies on the scavenger mission affects the mission or not. Just make sure it's a guaranteed success and you should be all right. And like I said, you can stack it. So if you have a command and a citizen that are mixed in one, you can use that for both of them. So to get back to the game right quick. But yeah, like I said, guys, just giving you a really more in-depth Armory guide. I hope it helps a lot. Like I said, just to go over it again, zombie success, you do not want a critical success on your weapons. Just use duct tape alone. Because if you get a critical success, you're going to get the other stats you don't need. You need just the bonus crit when your HP's up. So just go for regular success, and you should be all right. But the rest of the tips, I hope they helped, guys. I gave you the possible best builds that I could. It took a while to come up with this, so let me know your feedback in the comments below. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will get back to you. If you need any help, feel free to message me over line or drop it in the comments. I'm sure somebody can help. But I'll definitely get to you when I can. I'll try to help everybody out. This was a lot to cover in one video. That's why I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. So just bear with me while I get the second part done. But yeah, this was the green and weapon yellow build, guys. I hope it helps a lot. And thank you guys for all the support you show. And you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want a possible shout out, drop it in the comments or message me over line. My line ID is in the description of every video. And I got a couple shout outs right quick I'm going to do. Cobra Commander in the Upson region, what's up, man? He wanted me to give him a shout out. And Zamasu from the Forgotten Underlines in the Beckley region. Yeah, Zamasu Forgotten Underlines in the Beckley region. So that's shout out to her as well. She's Beerus over line. She messaged me. She wanted a shout out. So shout out to you guys in the Beckley region. I believe that's what it's called. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But Forgotten Underlings, you know who you are, the faction. And Zamasu, shout out to her, like I said. But with all that really being said, guys, you know what to do. I hope this video helps a lot, like I said, and this is your boy Z Gaming. Peace.